All right, let's talk about another key ingredient in the recipe for getting perfectly seasoned or being put into your correct season. Because, guys, it's not about just throwing these colors and going, oh, that looks good and this one doesn't, and I don't know, maybe I like her in that one. That's not what this is about. Sure, it helps. We need to use color to determine what looks good on people, but there is a formula. There are 3 ingredients. You put those ingredients together and it spits out your correct recipe for you. So today I want to talk about one of those key ingredients, and that key ingredient is called value. Value is how light or how dark a color is. Therefore, if you have darker features, nearly black colored eyes, black hair, all of that, and just darker overall, the idea is you will look better in darker colors. Now, the same thing is true if you are light overall, light eyes, super blonde hair, light, you're gonna look better in lighter colors. And you go, Boston, well, how do I know outside of my features what my value may be? Well, you can take a look at your contrast or the difference between your features. That will help you determine your value, which will better determine your season and what levels of contrast really you can wear out in the wild. And it's the main reason why they say, unless you're a winter, you really can't be wearing black. But of course, we all still do it, and that's fine. Now let's quickly go through the different values here around. You can see light, medium, and high, right? So light to deep, medium being Kate Middleton. So light, you can see there's not much variation or contrast between the depth of her features, all pretty, uniform, right? And then same thing with Kate Middleton, of course, has a little bit more, I couldn't find a makeup free, so the mascara is throwing it off a little bit. For the most part, she has a little bit more depth and contrast between her eyes and the hair and all of that. And then of course, lastly here, whether or not Anne Hathaway is a deep autumn or a deep winter, you can tell she has those deep values. Look at those eyes compared to this skin tone being very fair, and the hair and the whites of her eyes all lean to deep. So she would look much better in black than if I were to put black against the other girl here first. She's gonna look way more romantic and whimsical in those light powdery colors that you would find in a light spring or a light summer. So if you are on a DIY journey or you think you were mistyped, look at these images, look at yourself. Where do you fall? And that can help to better identify or at least eliminate quite a few seasons. Anyways, I hope this helps, and if you would like my assistance, definitely hit me up.